Happy June, everyone. As we enter into this first week of June, we are going to be working with the beautiful vibration of the 23-5. What makes this kind of interesting is because the entire month of June is a 5 universal cycle. So we're really getting an introduction, I think, into sort of what could be presenting or what could be unfolding for us over the course of the entire month. So really pay attention to the themes that come in for you of sort of what we're talking about today, and how they may sort of unfold throughout the coming month and what you're being asked to sort of pay attention to. So when we're looking at 5 energy is really at its core the energy of personal freedom. This is all about expressing ourselves in a way that feels truly authentic for ourselves, right? Which feels like our own personal truth coming out, shining. How we present ourselves, how we sort of identify with ourselves, letting that shine as opposed to conforming to the ways of sort of conforming to other people's expectations or to societal expectations of who we are or who we should be and what we should be doing with our lives. So the 5 energy comes through, and anywhere that we're not being authentic, anywhere that we're not showing up in a way that does feel true to us, that is sort of exposing our innate gifts and becoming sort of like focusing our energy in those areas where we feel good, where we feel that we're good at that, whatever that may be. Wherever it is that we are neglecting our own personal truth or our own innate gifts, this energy comes in to shake things up a little bit, to push us in a different direction. And that different direction is usually aligned with our inner truth, with our own authenticity. So when we move through a 5 cycle, a lot of times we can feel that pull to really truly immerse ourselves in this experience of life. And in order to do that, we have to tap into what's true for us, what feels authentic for us. So this energy will have us look at where is it that we are showing up or expressing ourselves in a way that feels like almost wearing a mask, almost like we are conforming or sacrificing a part of ourselves in order to fit in order to be accepted, in order to be seen, whatever the case may be. This energy will say, we need to shift gears. We need to be able to have the freedom to express ourselves in a way that feels true and authentic for us. And that's a birthright. That's something where we each came to this planet with our own unique gifts, our own unique identity, and our own unique attributes that we're meant to contribute in some way. And so if we're neglecting that, then we are really doing a disservice to ourselves and to others. So really with this energy, it has a sense of really looking at our differences as opposed to our similarities. So it really says, let's celebrate our differences because that's what's going to make this world interesting. That's what's going to help us to evolve forward. This is what our unique attributes are, what is going to make this, this experience in life worth living. And we'll be able to better immerse ourselves in that experience, and others will gain, whatever it is that we have to offer, they will benefit from that as well. So this energy is really pushing us to step into our uniqueness, to step into our own unique identity, what feels right for us, and wherever it is that we have sort of created this self-imposed prison to keep ourselves stuck or to keep ourselves, again, fitting the mold or fitting in a way, even if it feels uncomfortable. Wherever that may be, wherever it is that we've put that barricade in front of us, this energy comes in and rips it up and says, it's time to do things differently. It's time to be more progressive. It's time to break free from whatever is holding us back. And usually whatever's really truly holding us back are our own self-doubt, our own lack of confidence, our own fears of, or irrational fears of not fitting in, not being seen, not being accepted, etc. So we tend to morph into or accommodate the expectations of others or society in order to fit in. And this energy says, no, we're not doing that. We're not playing that game. We're going to be ourselves and be authentic. And the people who align with that and that messaging will find us and will fit in into our own unique contributions. The ones who don't, that's okay. They're on their own journey as well. So it really is this very freeing energy. So you may feel the need to dress differently, create something new, present yourself in a new way, but not in a way that others want you to, but in a way that feels true and authentic for you. And not being too concerned about the opposition or the potential backlash of doing that. Because the more that we can do that, the more that we can express ourselves in a way that feels true and authentic for us, the more that we're able to truly enjoy and immerse ourselves into this experience of life, which is absolutely what we're meant to be doing. So the 5 helps us to do that. The other thing that this energy can bring about is sort of this lightning bolt of awareness, this greater clarity around some area of life. And oftentimes when we gain awareness or we gain some kind of clarity around something, we usually will enact some kind of change. We'll put forth some kind of effort to create some kind of change, because there's definitely this, this understanding that once we know something, we can't unknow it. So once we have clarity over a situation, that will usually create some kind of change within our experience. And we'll sort of be at the forefront of that change. So the 5 does bring in a tremendous amount of opportunities for change and transformation. But usually if we take a closer look at it, it's because we are gaining a sense of clarity around that situation and we want to do things differently and we feel pushed to do so. So it can create that change and transformation in how we present ourselves and how we show up, in our creativity, and all of the things. Really, this energy is saying, where is it that you feel stuck? Where is it that you feel confined or overly restricted? And how can we go about to remove those barriers? And a lot of times, like I said, what will happen is we figure out that those barriers are really sort of stem back to our own irrational fears, our own sense of doubt, our own, just all of the things that we create in our mind and the stories that we create in our mind that, if we actually put forth our effort into expressing ourselves in the way that we want to, showing up in the way that feels authentic and unique for ourselves, really having that stronger sense of self-awareness and self-identity, we'll see that those fears were not even real. It's just like smoke and mirrors. And so the 5 comes in to help to eradicate the illusion and helps us to see that it truly is our differences that, will create a greater movement in the world, that will create a greater sense of evolution in the world, rather than just focusing on our similarities and our ability to conform. So it really is a powerful energy if we can step into it and use it for what is helping us to use it. One thing that I would also say with this energy is we need to be adaptable. This is an energy where I would say expect the unexpected. So it's not one where we have an extreme level of control. Usually it comes in and again, it's kind of picks us up, moves us to where we need to be, drops us, and then we can take a survey of the landscape and decide what we want to do moving forward. But this is really a time for surrender, for picking up the oar, getting in the boat, picking up the oars and letting the current take us to where it needs to take us. Because a lot of times when 5 energy comes through, it's like the soul gets in the driver's seat and helps us to sort of move forward at a more exponential rate and helps us to get unstuck from an area within our lives that we were feeling stuck or held back in. So I would definitely say expect the unexpected, go with the flow, surrender to what you cannot control, and see where it takes you. This is definitely an energy that's helping us to, experience life with all of our senses, to really get in there and enjoy the short period of time that we have on this planet. So wherever you feel called to this week and this month, explore it. This is a great month for exploration and a great week for exploration. So see where it takes you and enjoy the ride.